What's going on, Shoe Crew? We are back with another top 5 list coming at you from me. This is a little bit of a different top 5. I mean, I've only done one other top 5 on my channel, which is top 5 ADCs. But I got a request, excuse me, not a recommendation. I got a request from one of my, I think it was Gamer Girl. I'm sorry if I messed up your name, but it was somebody who commented on my last top 5 video and said, "Hey, could you make a top 5 girl goddesses list, whatever you want to call it?" We're going to call it top 5 goddesses in Smite, and we're going to be going off of two things. We're going to be going off of how good they are, like in the meta right now, if they're good, if they're usable, if they're viable, how they're good, all that sort of stuff. And also we're going to be going with not really design really, but just how they're put together. Their kits really is basically the way I can put it, is how well they're put together, how well they're actually viable. And I'm not going to go off like, oh, this one's really hot, this is number 1, like, you know what I mean? Because Aphrodite wins every time. Aphrodite's bae. But yeah, so we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with the top 5 best goddesses in Smite is what that's gonna be the title for this. And pretty much best goddesses in Smite right now, ones that fit the meta the most, one that is the strongest, that you can play consistent in their position and do very well. So we're gonna start out with number 5, who's coming in very, very, very strong, and that is Awilix. Awilix is incredibly strong right now. She's not super broken like she used to be, but she's super strong, and she does what she needs to do. Only problem with her is team comp. She has to fit very, very well with your team comp. She goes very well with a Geb. She goes very well with a Chiron. She goes very well with a Vamana, Erlang Shen. She fits very, very well with multiple people. Anyone who has a knock-up who can set her up for her ultimate is phenomenal. If you can learn how to play her and throw her cat through a wall and pull someone back through lane, you got them. Like, they're dead. That's a guaranteed kill as long as you have mana to do your flips and all that jazz. But she's very, very, very good. Very, very strong. You can look at her kit. I'm not going to go over it, but you can look at what it is. We'll go and just scroll through while I'm talking. But the main thing that really made her number 5 for me over all the other ones that are on this list is her kit synergy. Her kit synergy is phenomenal. It is so good. You have Suku, who can help you run through the map and just get where you need to go. You have Feather Step, which is just a root, a flip, your damage, anything you need to be. You can throw Suku at somebody, knock him up in the air, which synergizes incredibly well with your ultimate, which is a pull and a buff and a debuff. It's so, so, so strong. She is incredibly good. I love the synergy in her kit, and her passive increases her physical power, which makes her pokes insanely good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for number 5, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump to number 4. Now, number 4 is kind of a debatable pick in my opinion. There's going to be a lot of people that hate me for this, but my number 4 is Hell. She got buffed here recently. She's very strong, but you have to be good with her. That's the thing. She's a very, very skill curve heavy goddess. She's very, very strong. She does what she needs to do, and she does it right. Her kit is incredibly strong as well, because one, it has double everything. She literally has 2 kits, so they had 2 chances to get it right, and they got it right on both. She has her orb that she can throw that either heals you or does an insane amount of damage. Does insane amount of damage on both of them, but one of them heals you and the other one just does stupid damage. You have a slow or a CC immunity / cleanse, which is insanely good. You have an AoE heal, which is now also a speed buff that got buffed, or it also is an AoE damage that does a stupid amount of damage. Her ground slam damage is insane. If you build right, you could absolutely decimate kids with this ground slam slow combo. It's insanely good. Not to mention, if you need to close up on a kill, you don't even need to heal yourself to get fast. Just throw the buff and you're faster. And it's insane. You have your switch stances, which gives you either MP5 or magical power. You can't beat that. And not to mention, this also got buffed in the recent patch, where it now shifts slower and you actually have the magical power and the MP5 longer, which is insanely good. And not to mention, this is their passive, which is really good and also synergizes very well with her stances. Her stances are very good as long as you can land the swaps. That's pretty much it for Hell. There's not much to say about her. except for she's really cool. I like her, like, awesome. Like, her kit is fantastic. Her design is awesome. She's a Norse goddess, which is kind of rare to have such a switch stancey kind of like complex god coming from the Norse. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I think Tyr is the only other stance switch. Actually, now that I think about it, all stance switches are Norse, aren't they? Uller, Tyr, and Hel. Yeah. All right. I don't know what I'm rambling about. All stance switches are Norse. So it's really cool to have her here. Show off her new skin real quick. It's a little schoolgirl and demonic, like, possessed chick. Look at that. It's like some grudge shit. The design is so cool, though. Like, look at that. She's like, I understand it's like the typical schoolgirl, like, thing. But then when she switches stance, it turns like the grudge, and it's awesome. I love it. But her design is just phenomenal, and I absolutely, like, look at that. That's so creepy, yo. That is so creepy. But yeah. So we're going to go ahead and go to number 3. Number 3 is coming out very, very strong for your boy, and I actually just got done posting a video probably the other day about her, but it is Neath, Weaver of Fate. Her kit, super strong. Very, very strong. Her character attitude is very, very unique-ish, I guess. Like, she's not super, like, honestly, high res. Don't get pissed if you watch this. Doubt you do, but a lot of your characters are slutty. Like Aphrodite is kind of slutty. Hel can be kind of slutty. Boloney can be kind of slutty. Like, there's just all these goddesses that are super slutty, and Neath just doesn't feel like that to me. I mean, yes, she does have the misdiagnosis skin, but her character personality is not like that. Yeah, it's like the typical naughty nurse, like, uniform, but it's not like, I don't know, she doesn't feel like that way, at least to me. Her kit synergizes very, very well, mainly because of her passive, which is the weave, and you can detonate said weave, or consume said weave, or set up another weave using a backflip, or killing a player. Also, she has global presence, one of the only hunters in the game to have global presence, unless you can include Rom, which Rom's is only a quarter global. It's so good. Her kit is insanely good, and I love it, and it's fantastic. There's not really much else I can say about Neath. She's super good. She's number 1 ADC in my heart right now, and she's so good. We're going to jump on over to number 2. Number 2 being, I don't know if you want to call it a woman, really? No, it's not. It's Scylla, guys. It's a little girl. It's Scylla. Number 2 is Scylla because she got buffed here recently, and her damage was already off the charts, like insanely good, and they made it even better. Like, there's no way to get around it, and she's adorably creepy, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, this is my favorite skin, the Daisy Despair, or the Little Red Riding Hood. And her design is so cool, because if you guys don't know, she is from the story, which is Scylla and Charybdis, and it's a Greek story, or Roman story, I don't know which one it is, but pretty much it's Scylla is like this little girl who sits on the rocks and then draws in boats to come save her, and really she's a monster, and she's paired up with Charybdis, who's a giant, like, gaping hole monster, which is rows of teeth. Like, you ever seen Tremors? Their mouth, it's like that, but like huge and ginormous, and it just swallows ships whole, eats people, and it's really cool. It's a really cool background story. If you ever read up on her and read her lore, it's really, really awesome. And her design for it is phenomenal. High res hit the nail right on the head with this, guys. They freaking blew it out of the park. Her kit, the synergy in her kit is insane because you sick them to crush. So literally, she throws her dogs out with sick 'em, and it wraps them up and they're rooted, and it also does damage. You throw Crush, which is a ground AoE that you can self-detonate, and it also slows. And then she also has Sentinel, which is either a couple second ward, or it is a teleport, which is really, really good. And then I'm a Monster can 100 to 0 someone easy. If you are 2 levels up on this person, maybe an item up on this person, and I am a Monster them, you can 100 to 0 them with no effort whatsoever. If you sick them, I'm a Monster, boom, done, end of story. They're deleted from existence. They're not even a person anymore. And then Quick Learner, just to make her even more powerful, you max up your Crush first, you get an additional 20% power. Level 20, that's 80 power coming at you, hard and heavy, just for leveling up your abilities. It's insane. Scylla's insanely good, and that's why she deserves the number 2 spot. We're going to go on to number 1, but before we go to number 1, we're going to bring up an honorable mention. who I think is one of the most underrated goddesses in the game, who is Scotty. Excuse me. Who is Scotty, and Scotty is really, really good. I like her a lot. I like the idea of she was the first person to bring in a pet, per se, because I guess Nuwa technically has a pet, and Artemis technically has a pet with their ultimate or one of their abilities, but this is the actual all-the-time pet. First one in the game, and Scotty definitely deserves an honorable mention because of the way that she talks. Her design is flawless. Calder's design is flawless. Her kit is fantastic. Definitely go check her out if you ever get the chance. And then the other honorable mention is Sol, and Sol is very, very good. One of my favorite mages / ADCs in the game right now, and her design is fantastic. She's kind of got that slutty vibe to it because it looks like she's naked and she's got a big old butt, but I don't know. It's just the way that she plays is very, very good. She definitely demonstrates the wrath of a woman, if you will, by getting overheated and do stupid amount of damage. So it's definitely, she definitely fits the critique of what a woman actually is, which is they're cute and friendly and stuff until you piss them off and then they bring down the rain of hell on you. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go to number one being Boloney. Now Boloney has been good since her release, and they have nerfed her a little bit. She's still good. They nerfed her again. She's still good. They messed up, buffed her up a little bit. She's even better. Like, no matter what you do, you cannot knock Boloney down. She is the best.
I'm the one.
Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry there. She is the best female character in the game by far, in my opinion. And then this new skin just makes it even better because she's that old school 70s diner with the old school looking like sword and shit. I love this design. She's fantastic. You have the SPL design, which is even better, and then you have the Torment design, which is one of the first designed skins for her, and it is so good. The Torment skin is fantastic for Boloney. Like, look at that. She has demonic weapons, and she is just scary as shit, and it's awesome. But not to mention also her kit is also the other reason why I made her number one, because not only is she well designed, but her kit is one of the best put together kits of female characters to date. She has a shield bash, which is a cone dash that gives you a reflect and is a slow. She has a bludgeon, which does the stupidest amount of damage in the game other than Scylla's Sick'em, but it's not a freaking ultimate. It's a spin AoE damage to a slam damage that increases by 25% per god hit. You ult in, you bludgeon, you one-shot someone. It's retarded. It's so good. Her Scourge is a disarm and a heal for as long as you keep said Scourge out. It's ridiculous. Her Eagle's Rally is a leap, a damage, protections, give bonus powers. It's so good. It's literally an AoE of buffs and damage and just destruction. She just ruins lives. And then not to mention, when she was receiving hits from basic attacks, she gains protections and movement speed. She can get stronger from hitting people. And getting hit. I forgot it's from hitting and getting hit. Like, there's nothing else I can say about that. It's so good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this list, guys. I hope you did agree with me on some of them. You have to agree on all of them. If you have a different opinion, go ahead and comment that down below. I want to see what your guys' top 5 is for top 5 goddesses of Smite. Make sure you take into consideration their kits, how good they are in the meta, and stuff like that. Not just design, or not just if they have giant boobs or anything like that. Just make sure you take in full consideration of what the actual goddess is. Like I did, I like their designs, I like their kits, I like the skins coming out for them, I like everything about them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you guys did enjoy this video, or if you want to see more top 5s, make sure you hit that thumbs up for me, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. Also, if you have never seen a video by me and this is your first time being on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well to become part of the Shoot crew. It's where all the cool kids come to hang out and learn a thing or two about Smite. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you on the next video. Peace!